in 1711, the fifth version of St. Paul's. The fourth version had been the tallest building in the world at the time, but it burned down in the Great Fire of 1666. Now that version there stands 365 feet tall, 1 foot for every day of the year, because Sir Christopher was very religious. He said we should worship every single day, not just Christmas and Easter. Now guys, we're coming up to two bridges here. They're both called Blackfriars. The first one is a road bridge, the second one is Blackfriars Railway Station. Now there used to be a monastery on the left. The monks, or friars as they were known, they wore long black cloaks. And that's where the name came from. So look at these columns on this first road bridge. You'll see that they actually resemble church pulpits. They've got birds on them. On this side they are freshwater birds, on the other side they're seawater birds. The Victorians believe this is where the two waters met. We now know that's not true. That happens about 9 miles upstream in Richmond. Blackfriars Railway Station, the only railway station to span the width of the river. Entrances on both sides, guys. Now you've got lots of empty seats up here, guys, so move around to different seats if you want different photo angles. So, back on your left to the Dome of St. Paul's, guys. Now notice there are no tall buildings around the dome. They're all further down the river, all those funky skyscrapers, because we have an ancient law here in London that says the dome must be visible from 8 key points across the city, and some of them really are quite far away. Now look at the City of London School there, the red brick building. You will see a glass atrium in the middle. And that was to put there to preserve the sight line to the dome, guys. Now, we've got any Harry Potter fans on board? There normally is, yay. So, City of London School, Daniel Radcliffe went to school there before he became Harry Potter. And you will recognise the next bridge, guys. The next bridge, the Millennium Bridge, us Londoners call it the Wobbly Bridge. Now, I'll tell you why we call it that later on, but guys, that is the bridge that beat the London Eye. Yeah, that's what beat it in the competition for the new landmark. But Harry Potter fans, where do you recognise it from? The Half-Blood Prince, Harry Potter, and the Half-Blood Prince, Voldemort's Death Eaters attacked and destroyed this one, guys. Also Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1, attacked and destroyed it. London Has Fallen, attacked and destroyed it. We don't know why. Hollywood love attacking and destroying our Wobbly Bridge. It's a really popular bridge, guys, though, because on the left it leads you to St. Paul's, and on the right it leads you to the Tate Modern Art Gallery. But hello, guys. Hi, guys. They always wave at us there. Now, on your right-hand side, we've got the white building with the thatched roof. That is Shakespeare's Globe Theatre. Well, actually, it's a reproduction of Shakespeare's Globe, created by Sam Wanamaker and completed in 1997. Now, the original stood further down the river on the right-hand side until it burned down during a production of Henry VIII in 1613. Somebody thought it would be a great idea to put a live cannon inside and to fire it off to create the sound of thunder. Sparks from the cannon set fire to the thatched roof. You could say it literally brought the house down. Now, all thatch was banned in London after the Great Fire of 1666. So Sam Wanamaker got special royal permission for that one, and of course it is fireproof. Now, well worth a visit to the Globe, guys, if you want to dry your seats. Sure. But don't really go on a day like today. It's an exact reproduction, which means it's open air. It's mostly standing room only in there, and Bill Shakespeare could go on for hours, so you don't want to be sitting there in the rain and the cold. You want to go there on a nice sunny day, guys. So, Southwark Bridge coming up, no one to wave at on there, guys. And that's because it's called the Lonely Bridge in London. Only us Londoners know how to find this one. And we like to keep it a secret. So, on your right-hand side, guys, yes, this is what us Londoners love to do the best. We like to go to the pub, and that's one of the oldest pubs on the river there, guys. That is the Anchor Tavern. Now, there's been various ale houses on that site for around about 700 years. In that time, many famous people have drunk there, including Charles Dickens, the novelist, Samuel Johnson, who wrote the first English dictionary, and the famous diarist Samuel Pepys. He sat there drinking and watching London burning down on the other side. People say Shakespeare drank there. I don't know if he did. He couldn't have drunk there for long though, guys, because he was barred, wasn't he? Yeah, they get worse, guys. They don't get any better. Cannon Street Railway Bridge, guys. Nothing exciting about this one.
Meu pai. E eu. Estamos aqui no escuro.
So, get your cameras ready, guys. Forward and left, you're going to see a column with a golden orb on the top. That is the monument.
Ainda está sendo construída, agora que eu fui ver, mas ali ó, é
for
muito
Londoners
bonito.
to go up to watch their city being rebuilt around them after the Great Fire. It is still the world's tallest freestanding column, and you can go up there. You pay about £5 or £6. If you make it to the top, you get a certificate because 311 steps and no lift. And although it's surrounded by skyscrapers, you do still get some nice views there, guys. So that one near the monument, and as soon as you've got that one, you have to be quick for this next one, guys. Between the buildings, behind the trees, Southwark Cathedral, one of the oldest Gothic churches here in London. John Harvard of Harvard University fame was christened in there. He was an Englishman. He lived in that area for many years. William Shakespeare was at his christening, and William's brother Edmund is buried in there. Guys, that is a gorgeous cathedral, a very historic part of London. And next door is a Borough Food Market, not open today, but open every other day. Our loveliest food market here in London. Now, as we go under this bridge, guys, look to your left. This poor bridge has to tell you its name.
Estamos no escuro de novo.
Yeah, it's London Bridge. Now, the reason I have to say that to you is because a lot of people think the bridge ahead of us is London Bridge. And of course, that's Tower Bridge. Now, if you make that mistake, guys, you're not alone. If you Google London Bridge, it shows you Tower Bridge. But more about those bridges later on, guys, because there you are on your right-hand side, the highest skyscraper in Western Europe. That is built as high as UK aviation laws allow. That is the Shard of Glass. Any higher than that, and it would interfere with air traffic here in London. That is home to Shangri-La Hotel, various shops, offices, restaurants, and expensive apartments. There is a very expensive observation deck at the top there, but I'm going to tell you about a free one on the way back. Now, guys, forward and right, we have got in full Arctic camouflage an 11,500 ton battle cruiser, the HMS Belfast. Now, she was built in the same dockyard as the Titanic, but boy, what a history she's got.
Muito bonito. Galera, é muito bonito.
Yeah, so she was built in the same dockyard as the Titanic, guys. Now, during World War II, she helped to sink Hitler's favourite warship, the Scharnhorst. She fired the first shots of the Normandy D-Day landings at Juno Beach.
Muito perto daquele
And luckily for us, after the Korean War, when the government was going to scrap her, the Imperial War Museum stepped in and bought her for £1. That's right, guys, what a bargain. There must have been a sale on. Now, she sits here on the Thames as a particularly popular floating naval museum and an extremely popular tourist attraction. Now, everybody on the upper deck, please, 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 please stay seated. There's loads and loads and loads of empty seats. You can move around from seat to seat to get your pictures. Please remain seated. Poor Captain Charlie can't see anything at the moment because everybody's standing in front of him. So please, guys, it is for your safety. Lovely, thank you. And you've got loads and loads and loads and loads of shots at this one, guys. So be patient, move around, and you'll get all the pictures that you want. Now, on your left-hand side behind the trees, you've got your first shots there of the Tower of London. The 4 turrets there in the flagpole, they form the White Tower. That was built by William the Conqueror shortly after he conquered England in 1066. The rest of the tower completed by his son, William II, around about 1100. Now, of course, the tower was many things in its lifetime. It was a zoo, believe it or not. It was a royal mint for many years. It was a luxury palace, but of course it was a gruesome place of torture and execution. But more about the Tower of London on the way back, because it's now about Tower Bridge.
Vai dar 10
Victorian Bridge,
minutos.
designed by Sir Horace Jones,
A gente já tá
completed
aqui há
in
muito
1894.
tempo,
It's a
né?
vascular bridge, it means the two bascules open up in the middle.
Tem
Now, in its heyday, it would have opened about 6,000 times a year. Now